I'm Brett Harworth, and welcome to What's a Frequency, our weekly show on Siouxland Public Media. I'm down for a special show taping at the Sioux City riverfront. There's a whole host of huge amount of improvements that have been made along the riverfront to improve quality of life, to give all kinds of recreational structures over several hundred yards of this stretch of the Missouri River here in Sioux City. It's the $12 million Chris Larson Park Riverfront Development Project. It was completed in 2024. And I've been meaning to get down here since last fall for this episode, so I'm very excited to talk to people here today. I'm basically going to walk and talk and interview people and talk to people about why they're here, what they like about all these amenities. But we are located at the former site of the Argosy Casino along the Missouri River. It's a project that includes park spaces for small and large family gatherings, event spaces, native plantings, there's active recreation areas, fitness stations, there's 3 park shelters, there's restroom facilities, there's 2 basketball courts, there's a dog park, yes, for both small and large dogs, and there's equipment for children ages 2 to 12, and there's all kinds of enhancements to the recreational trail system. I personally come down here a couple times per week, and I bike along the trail, and most evenings when I come in around 6:30 p.m., this place is packed in warm weather. I'm here on a early June day. It's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's definitely filling up here in the late afternoon. Again, the city leaders, this was a $12 million project. It was designed to be a transformational project to activate the area, and it's accessible from Interstate 29 and also from downtown Sioux City right off Virginia Street. So what you heard at the beginning there is, and maybe you can hear in the back, is the splash pad, which is here at the Chris Larson Park Riverfront redevelopment. And first I'm going to come over here and talk. Hello, I'm Brett. Hi, thank you. And I wanted to get started. So first of all, what's your name, and do you live in Sioux City or a different town?
No, I live in here in Sioux City.
Okay.
On the west side.
And your name, please?
Brittany Sansi.
Okay. Hi, Brittany.
Hello.
Hi, Brittany. Thank you for being here. Thank you for talking to me, I guess. How often do you come down here, and what, who's all with you today? Like, what family members or friends or whoever is with you?
I have my 5 kids, my 3 boys and my 2 girls, and then this is my mother. Last year we came down here pretty much almost every day after my kids got out of school. So, it was pretty fun. They like it. If not, we'll go to other ones as well. But they like this one.
Yeah. Have you been around Sioux City enough to remember before this was built here, and what was down here along the riverfront?
Yeah, there was really nothing here when I moved here. Maybe I want to say roughly about 5 to 6 years ago, and before then it was there wasn't nothing. I like how they have the basketball court. They have all this right here for the kids, and then they have the new park, and then they're also working on the other park down there. I think it's good for the kids.
Thank you, Brittany. And I just I'm going to read something here. I have a sheet of paper, as you can see. This is from the city website, and I follow this. The topic of this being built this took a lot of years for this to come together. It was a $12 million project altogether. I did not know until I looked at a graphic on the city website that it's designed to be community spaces to the north, as we look here, I guess, to our right. In the middle, kind of where we are, is everyday spaces. And then if you go a little farther down to the south, it's called Embrace the River. And that's where they have some commemorations of kind of historical things in Sioux City, including like the Lewis and Clark expedition that comes through here. So what would you say with your family, Brittany, that you guys would use the most?
I remember when they used to have the boat. Where was it? Right down here, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a plaque real close to us here that explains when the riverboat was here.
Yeah, I remember that. And then who was it? You used to work there?
The riverboat?
No. Or her and my stepdad, who passed away, quite a few years ago. They used to go there, and yeah, we used to live here, quite a few times, but we've always moved around. So it's just it always improves. So.
And again, it's not just the city council, who are the elected people to, basically spend our money, but there's fundraising that was done for this, and there was some grants and such, but it all was to basically get people down here using this place. And it sounds like your family, you said you've been coming since last year.
Yeah, pretty much. We usually, before they opened this for, the summer, we was always over here at the park, or we'd go, walk the trail, or me and my brother would go over there to, play basketball, or the kids would play with the little sound thing that they have over there. So yeah, we've been down here quite a few times.
Sounds like you use a lot of this.
Yeah, yeah, especially with 5 kids. And then I get my nieces. during the summer as well. They just went home. They're excited to come back so we can come down here. We always try to come down here as much as we can.
And I'm a person that usually comes. I'm coming through here about 6:30 to 8 o'clock. What different times do you come, and have you noticed, like, is there a busiest time, so to speak?
Yeah, I would say during, like, roughly around the evening times. But since school's out now, or well, it's about to be out tomorrow for Sioux City, I would say probably around noon to evening hours, maybe even later than that. There'll be a lot of people out.
I think I just learned something about the splash pad. I thought this water just turned on every so often, but it looks like we can push a button to make sure to start it.
Yeah, there's that button right there. It comes on and then it goes off, and then at night, during the evening times, they have lights that come on as well. So, and I think you can actually see them right there.
Thank you for mentioning that, Brittany. I've been through here a little bit late I guess it was last fall. I was through here in the latter hours when it was more the sun was going down, and I saw that, and I had not seen that before, and that is a very nice
yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, now you can see them. They slowly come on when the water comes up.
And last question before I let you go, and I really appreciate the time here today for my What's a Frequency show here on Siouxland Public Media. Do you talk with friends, and do you think it's getting more well known? Like, is this something like you talk about, like, just, like with a friend or a relative or whatever, like just in a conversation? Hey, are you aware of that? Or like, are people becoming more aware of it through conversations like that?
Yeah, I've actually mentioned it to a few friends, for us to bring our kids down and, us hang out while the kids play and stuff like that. I have like maybe roughly a handful of friends that I've talked about it with, actually meeting up this summer to hang out.
Thank you, Brittany. I really appreciate the time here, so thank you very much.
Yep.
And now I've moved just not too far down the riverfront here, just a little bit over. I'm still in the vicinity of the splash pad, and now I'm talking to another person, and it looks like we have a family member with you. So first of all, what's your name, please?
My name is Johnny.
Hi, Johnny. Are you
Granddaughter Everly.
Your granddaughter Everly. Okay. Are you from Sioux City or some other town?
Sioux City.
Okay. And is this by chance the first time you've been down here, or do you come down to the riverfront for these new pieces that have been here for about a year or so?
For about a year or so since it's been here.
Okay. How did you first become aware that this was here? Had you seen like news accounts, or like friends tipped you, or
just
what?
driving on the interstate. Saw it.
So you just saw it by the interstate and pulled off. Okay. And what do you typically do? Like, so there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Like, what things do you enjoy that you have done?
We do it all. We love the parks. The splash pads are a nice addition. We also have a boat that we dock at the marina. We eat at the restaurant. We bike along the path. So we pretty much use it for everything. The fireworks, just everything. It's a nice area.
And again, it was designed by the city council as a way to get people down to the river to have another recreation piece in Sioux City. Have you noticed from the times that you're here, what is the most used things, would you say, that you see?
Definitely in the summertime, the splash pad, the parks for sure, especially the newer park. Seems to be quite busier than the other two kind of farther down.
And can you tell, again, if you've been coming for about a year, is it growing in numbers of people from what you've seen, or what do you think about that?
I just think it depends. It depends on the time or holiday. For the most part, we're out on the river boating, and then if we see the kids, it's nice to kind of hop off and you go to the river or to the access, and then you come down the path. Especially the biking is nice for her because it's nice and flat, and there's plenty of places to sit. We've had lunch down here under the pavilion and the new additions that they put in for seating and stuff, and that's really nice. And it'll be nice once they get the bridge across into South Dakota. It's a good stretch.
Yep.
It's a very good stretch.
Is there any, with what's been done in terms of signage and like is it usable? Is there any like tips that you would like that the city needs to do to maybe improve it a little bit more? Any thoughts along those lines?
Yes, absolutely. I am assuming that this is going to hopefully one day become kind of like Omaha, what they have along the riverfront. I definitely think more play structures, play areas are a plus, and more splash pads to be incorporated in. We go down to Omaha quite a bit and use their waterfront, more seating just for people, the swings and stuff like that. So I'm just Omaha kind of adds every year to there. So I'm kind of hoping that's what we do here. I hope this isn't the end of it.
That's one thing I've noticed with various cities throughout Siouxland. Sometimes they build the thing, it's there, and now it's done. But what you're saying is it needs to be continually added to.
Yes, because this is the feature of Sioux City, is the riverfront, and it's beautiful down here, but you won't come down here if there's nothing to come down here for. So, concession stands, things that are seasonal when people use it are great. We talked about a fishing pier. I don't understand the Ferris wheel, but it's...
Yeah, that was one of the first. So you obviously know the history of this.
I've lived here my whole life. So
Okay.
I do. It's just usable things, practical things, and Ferris wheel's just not it.
I guess if I'm remembering, the thought was to make it a signature event that would pull people off the interstate. But you were not a fan of the Ferris wheel.
No, I would come off of the interstate if it looked like Omaha's. There's a lot of things down there to do. They have a lot of sand traps, volleyball. You have concerts down there. It's very usable. Absolutely very usable. And the hotels are right here. It's all walkable. It's a great area for families. It just needs more, for sure.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your time for speaking with me here for my What's the Frequency show. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm walking a little bit to the north here through the Sioux City riverfront, all this new riverfront development, all these wonderful recreation projects that have been added in the last year. It's been very busy down here since last fall. And I'm heading a little bit more to the north and I'm getting to a playground type of place. And there's, about 10 people here, maybe 12 people. A lot of young people and young mothers, it looks like. And we're going to find out what this is all about here. Well, it's very spongy. A slide. Okay. So now I'm here. I'm trying to get my bearings for what this is. And hello. You said your name is?
Charisse.
Okay. And you're from where, Charisse?
Sioux City.
Okay. So you live in Sioux City. Okay. Thank you. Do you know what this playground piece is called? So we are at the I'm looking over here. Exploration Bridge and Playground? Is that?
I think there's a name for every different part.
Right.
I seen that yesterday.
So everything has its
Yeah.
But describe. First of all, who are you here with today? And
I'm with my daughter and my grandkids.
Okay. So it's 3 or 4 of you.
5 of us.
Okay. So for people, again, this is radio. So for people who are not here, just kind of describe what this is in terms of This is really nice. It's very spongy. Just describe what's all here.
Yeah. Park, a few swings. These are climbing walls. See that climbing wall up there?
Yes.
And he's only 3, and he could climb it really easy. So I think do you feel the sponge on here?
Yeah.
That's the best.
That was the surprise part when I stepped on that.
Yeah. But I don't know about the metal slides. How that's gonna work out in the summer?
A little too hot, perhaps.
Yes. Maybe that's probably why they have that on top.
So it's all kinds of blue colors, and there's as you said, little. So it's a climbing. Wow, that is fantastic.
And he climbs up it like nothing. And I think just the colors help the kids out, make them more play. Because usually he don't like to be out in public or play with other kids, And that's probably why he's off to himself now. But he seems fine down here.
So how often would you say you come down? When did you first start coming down here, and how often do you come now that we're here kind of in summer?
We came yesterday, then we came back today. But otherwise, we don't really come down as much. The kids to the park here because it's usually packed. So a lot of people do come down. The water park, have you been over there?
So the splash pad part that you're talking about?
Pad, yeah. That's a big thing in the summer. I think that started, last year? So probably be more often now that they're getting bigger, And there's some things along the way. Have you walked down that way?
I'm heading that way north next, yes.
There's a lot of exercise equipment. There's a swing over kind of down by there, and you could walk down. There's another couple areas. See right there? You could walk down there. I don't know if it's for fishing or what.
And do you have the things that you guys use the most? What would those be?
Probably just the parks. There's another one clear down there, the older one. But I think this excites them more.
Do you think the city did a good job, like overall? Would you say that this, like with what everything that's here, do you think this is what it should be? Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job. Really good job. Okay, he wants
No,
to
go. Yeah. And her young person that she's with ran quite a ways over there, so we're taking a quick break. Oh, that's funny. He's got a soccer ball and eluding her very well. Thank you for your time.
One thing I wanted to say, I think for autistic kids, it's good. 'Cause that's what my grandson, he's autistic.
So what elements do they have here that are good for autistic?
I just think the feeling of this, I don't know why he likes this. And then like the balls, the colors, how they kind of match up, you know. And that wall for some reason. He was on there for the first 15 minutes we got here.
I know that is a big thing that in various parks, not just in Sioux City and nationally, that they're trying to make them more inclusive. So I could look it up, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is intentional.
Oh, maybe. I didn't really think about it, but that's a good job if they did do it intentionally, you know, for the kids. Different things for kids that really don't go out as much, you know.
Thank you, Sharice. I really appreciate your time here for my show, What's the Frequency? Thank you very much. Thank you. And we're going to keep walking. Now we're going to head back south. We are leaving. We have a plane. We're heading from the community spaces to the north. We're heading to the everyday places in the middle, which is where we were with the splash pad. And we're about to head to the basketball courts and farther south and down to the southernmost segment, which is Embrace the River, where there's some kind of historical and explanatory signage for what's kind of the history of Sioux City and what the riverfront has been in going back many decades since Lewis and Clark Expedition came up here in 1804. I'm now walking by the restroom facility. There's a pop machine, soda machine, lots of tables for people. There's people sitting here having picnics, eating a little something, playing games, it looks like. Have a guy with binoculars seating here. So lots of people getting out. I guess, as I walk by a sign, we are 4.25 miles north of the Chautauqua Park, where the recreational trail starts on the south end of Sioux City. A lot of green space. I guess I should paint the picture a little bit better. We are probably really close to the river. We are the edge of the river. There's some grass in between. So there's sidewalk, grass in between the sidewalk, and then the river. We're 35 yards from the river. Where this is very close to the river's edge of the Missouri River. Of course, you can see across. You can see South Sioux City on the opposite side, and the Nebraska side of the river. And there's a lot of people here. We're going to the active rec lawn, and we have a couple people who are walking out to gaze at the river. And now we're by a public fountain. It's called the Byron Brower Fountain. It's made possible by Irving Jensen Jr. and contractors of Sioux City. It's the old, this is the historic animal watering fountain from 3rd Street and Wesley Way, which was moved back down here a few years ago. We have a few people that are looking at this. Hi. Are you guys Sioux City people, and do you come down here a lot?
I was born in Sioux City, and this is the first time I've been here in 12, 13, 14 years.
I'm getting so lucky in the people I talk to. So I've talked to people who come a lot, and now a person who's a Sioux City native that is back, and this is your first day here.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Do you mind telling me your name, please?
Genesis.
And where do you live now, then?
I live in Ida Grove.
Okay, thank you. So how long have you been here, and what has tripped your trigger? What have you seen that you've liked today?
Well, I guess all of this is new to me. These little monuments and everything, I've never seen them before. I've never seen that building before. I expected to be a restroom or something, but there's a lot more just for the kids and everything. It's really nice.
describe, you're here with about 3 or 4 other people. These are your family members?
My husband and my 2 kiddos.
So, what's your first name? Is this okay? Yeah. Okay. What's your first name, please?
Lucas.
Okay, Lucas, what have you seen today that you've liked?
I really like the river, and I really like the bridge all the way out there, and I really like the rock thing. That's what I've seen that I really liked today.
I wanted a little help here. If you're okay, would you mind? There's some signage over here, and I was looking for someone just to read that so that people could. Is that okay if we go up here? Yeah. Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. So, I again, what I'm trying to do is paint a scene for people, and if you could just, if you're okay.
You want me to read that?
Yeah. So this is yes, the whole thing. This is a Southside Memorial from the South Bottoms, and the South Bottoms, of course, was one of the first places that was populated in Sioux City. It was definitely working class area. Some of the South Bottoms has been cleared out over the years. It's where the stockyards might be, and a lot of houses. Those houses are long gone. Those from decades ago. But if you could read this, this is from George Simon. He's the chairman of the Southside Committee in 1997. This is a statement that he had for the. Again, this is the Southside Memorial here for our. As we're talking down the Sioux City riverfront with some nice people that are helping me out here as we walk and talk on all these new amenities in Sioux City. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, Southside Memorial, South Bottoms. In the area immediately north of this monument, the huddled masses from a score of European and Asian countries lived in friendship with Native Americans, Mexicans, and African Americans, working primarily for the railroad, the stock yards, and meat packing industry. They set aside their
ethnic. I'm gonna help you. It's a little difficult. Yeah, it is hard to see.
Can I just get in your position?
Let's switch.
Yeah,
Let's switch positions.
Yeah. Ethnic and cultural differences, and became Americans. The ranks contributed a high number of civic and national leaders. Wall Street Mission, Goodwill Industries began here and served as a focal point for the people of the South Side. George Simon, Chairman, South Side. What in the world is that word? Committee, 1997. I'm sorry, it's so hard to read.
No, you did fantastic. So
it's just really hard to read because the words are black and they only pop out a little bit.
And he is absolutely right. They are. It's kind of small, and it's with the angle of it, and it's kind of a little bit. It's getting a little more cloudy today, so it is hard to read. But man, you did fantastic. So remind people your name.
Lucas.
And I appreciate. And you live in Ida Grove.
Yes.
Okay. How long do you think you guys are going to stay here? Are you heading out for a meal after this, or what's your plan for today?
I think we're gonna wait until my other sister is done with something, and then we're gonna pick her up, and then I don't know what we're gonna do next.
Okay. So would you say you've gone along pretty much everything here, or are you just kind of getting started right now?
We kind of just got started. We walked around this. I chose the stone stairs when they chose this path, and then we got there for a bit, and then this happened. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I know this doesn't happen every day that a reporter just walks up to you.
This is my first day, and I'm honored. I'm honored.
It sounds like you guys like it, and you're probably going to come back some more, I'm guessing. Maybe I shouldn't put words in your mouth.
Yeah, hopefully we can come back here. I kind of like it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks. And I'm proceeding to walk a little farther south. I appreciate the Parigi family from Ida Grove. Wonderful family to meet and talk and share their first-time observations here of the Sioux City riverfront. Again, this is a special What's the Frequency show. I'm down here on I guess technically it's called the Chris Larson Park Riverfront Redevelopment Project. It was a $12 million project that was completed in 2024. And as someone who goes by here a lot, it's been very well used since last summer, since last fall, and definitely very much this spring here as we get going into, I guess, summer 2025. And as we break What's the Frequency down here, we're just pretty basically talking with people what they like about it, and what this has meant for Sioux City, and how much it's changed the look of the riverfront down here. As I go by there's some jungle gym type things here. There's a person throwing a football. We're getting to the basketball courts. There was this person shooting earlier, and now I think it is empty. But as someone who comes by in the early evening, you come by here about 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7. This is packed until basically up till sunset, and sometimes past sunset. And we're heading to the south part, which is called Embrace the River, and we're coming up to the overlook, and it indeed is an overlook, really nice overlook. And this gets you the closest to the river here as we're on the Missouri riverfront in Sioux City. You can see the ball fields right across the river of South Sioux City. I don't know, I'm guessing, how far is it across the river? 150 yards, I'm saying. And this is a very nice, some signage here that explains what this part of the river has. If we go a little bit farther down here, we have an explanation of the Lewis and Clark expedition that came up through here. But I'm just going to read. The barges and channelization, navigating the mighty Mo. The Missouri River is the longest river in North America at 2,341 miles. Approximately 1/3 of the Missouri River is channelized for navigation and barge transportation. Channelization aids navigation by stabilizing the channel and maintaining a continuous depth to support barge traffic, and is accomplished by straightening the channel and using structures to keep the channel in place. Upstream of Sioux City, the Missouri River is largely unchannelized between a series of dams and reservoirs. And then they tell us here on this very nice colorful graphic here, it's about 4 by 4 feet, reconstructing the river. There are tens of thousands of miles of navigable rivers in the United States that allow for barges to move wheat, coal, grain, fertilizer, and other bulk commercial items. The Rivers and Harbors Act of 1899, I'm just learning this, probably with some of you as well. The Rivers and Harbors Act of 1899 called on the Army Corps of Engineers to reconstruct the Missouri River into a uniform 9-foot deep, 300-foot wide channel, including ports from Sioux City, Iowa, from Sioux City to St. Louis, Missouri, which is 760 miles. So my guess of 150, so if it's a 300-foot channel, I guess it's only 100 yards, not 150. I was off on my estimate there. Commercial barge traffic peaked in the 1970s. From 1977 to 2000, barge traffic and commodity transportation steadily decreased. It's a trend that could be attributed to competition from the railroad, the higher cost of barge transportation, and a decline in demand for those commodities. Later in the late 1990s and the early 2000s, drought and irregular channel depths along the Missouri River brought further impacts and commercial traffic into Sioux City to a halt. Then in 2016, the latest update here, the Woods Weather Terminal port in Kansas City reopened. Everyone involved in barge shipping from farmers to operators became excited. Everyone involved in barge shipping from farmers to operators became excited about a possible renaissance of barge traffic. A project in the early 2020s, so within the last 5 years, created an opportunity for Iowa ports to join the Missouri River barge rebirth. After years of planning, the Port of Blanco, which is halfway between Council Bluffs and Sioux City, opened in 2021. During its first year of operation, 40 barges made a stop at the Blanco port transporting grain and fertilizer. So here on the Sioux City riverfront, this is a graphic that was, this graphic signage was made possible by Tyson Foods. You can scan for more information with your phone. Of course, everything is phoneable these days, or is a scan on the phone. But very pretty overlook here on Sioux City. I'm going to walk out. There's the family from Ida Grove was here just a few minutes ago, looking out over, and it's a nice stone structure, probably 20 yards by 20 yards, and wow, I'm going right above the river here. It's right directly below me. Obviously we have there's some nice fencing here so that people can be safe and they can safely look into the water. But it is kind of clouding over here as the afternoon goes on, as we get a little closer to the 6 o'clock hour here with a special show of What's the Frequency. we're going to head over to the dog park, and we're going to go look at the Lewis and Clark pieces, and I think that will make a really good recap here for us, for people here. Again, this is a very busy area, and people have just flocked to this ever since it opened last year. And again, this is called Chris Larson Park at the Sioux City riverfront. You might be able to hear some of the traffic from I-29 going by here. So I guess that's the late afternoon commute where people are heading home for the evening. And Chris Larson Park, I always think of it as the part that's up by where people put in the public boat ramp, but technically it stretches for many miles here from that more northerly, which is by the I-29 exit, clear down to here to the really close to the Expo Center, several miles down and again, connecting all that has been the Sioux City Riverfront Trail that's been here for several years. And I want to talk to someone here at the dog park. So this is the William and Deborah Figus Dog Park. It's in memory of Elmer and Janet Smith at Chris Larson Park. They have an off-leash all-dog area, so they have different aspects of it. There's a sign that shows the signs recommended for dogs 30 pounds and under, and the rules that are on here. There's at least 4 dogs that I'm seeing right now with 4 different owners, and as I stand here, 2 people go by on scooters and 1 goes by on a bike. So the pace of the trail, people using the trail is picking up here in the late afternoon. And now I'm inside the dog park, and there's about 4 people in here with various dogs, and I'm joined by Pablo, who's from South Sioux City. Thank you for talking with me, Pablo. So tell me about who's your friend here.
That's Theodore.
And tell people the mix of dog that he is.
Oh, he's a rat terrier.
So tell me, how often do you come down? So this opened about a year ago. How often do you come down, and what do you think of this dog park?
Well, I just moved down here 6 months ago into the tri-state area, and this is one of the most amazing parks, and I've been coming here for 6 months every day.
Every day, so you're down here. Okay. So he likes it, you like it, both. Okay. How long would you say you stay typically?
About 45 minutes to an hour, and then I do the walk and then take them home.
Okay. So when you say do the walk, so you're walking on the riverfront trail here?
Absolutely.
Okay. So tell me what's caught your eye, and what's caught your eye. So there's so many elements here, and I'm just learning this by as I guess to explain this for my show here. But on the north side, it's called community spaces. There's like a yoga park and things like that. And more in the middle here, which is kind of where we are, there's the splash pad. And then as you go farther south, then there's some more information, to kind of historical stories of Sioux City. So back to my question. What has caught your eye here, and what are the things that you've done the most down here?
Well, the diversity of people that come down here, basically the interesting conversations that you have with other pet owners, the things that you just mentioned, the yoga park, just being able to get out and get some fresh air.
Yeah. Okay. And so daily for the dog park, that's amazing. You like it that much?
Yes, I do. I really enjoy bringing him out here, and just for him to have a good time.
Have you talked to people who, so while you're new to the area, do you kind of know the history of what this used to be? And have you had conversations with people, or do you kind of know that?
No, I have no idea what it used to be or anything. I just know that there are good people that come out here and want to do some things.
Right. Basically, the city was like, this was basically nothing. I mean, at one point there was a river boat down here that's been gone for quite a few years. It's now, I guess, the Hard Rock Casino it took that over, so that's been gone for about 10 years. But it was just basically sitting vacant. There were some parts that were kind of industrial at one point, but for years Sioux City kind of lagged in terms of a nice riverfront amenities that a lot of towns have, like Davenport, Dubuque, Sioux Falls, other places. So it's a $12 million project. It's been done for about a year. So what would you say the quality of it is?
It was worth every penny. Let me just put it that way. For myself and it's always full like this all the time. Yeah. So that's a good thing. 5 minutes to get here. I work in Iowa, so I get off of work, get him ready and bring him down. So that's what I do.
Thank you, Pablo. I appreciate a few minutes
Thank you.
for my show, What's the Frequency? So thank you very much. Appreciate it. And now we have the basketball courts starting to fill up a little bit. That was the air ball we just saw. Maurice, are you from Sioux City or somewhere else?
I'm from Sioux City. I'm original from Chicago.
Okay. And how often do you come down and play hoops down here at the riverfront?
I try to get down here at least twice a week or 3 times a week with the kiddo.
Okay. So this is your son, I take it? Okay.
My son.
And what's your son's name?
Baby Jay.
Hi, Jake. Hi. Thank you. And I come by here a lot at 6:30. These courts can be really full.
Yes. This, I'm surprised it's like this now. And that's why I always bring the bean bags or the football, because we never get a chance to get on the court. But right now it's pretty nice. Yeah. It's open.
I guess, first of all, what of these new things on the riverfront have you done, and what do you enjoy doing? Is there other things besides the basketball courts that you've enjoyed doing?
Yeah, I like how they got the bean bag set up over there. And then they also got the little, I want to call it the ping pong table, but it's,
yes.
I like how they set that up, and me and my son actually be having fun. So that's great. That's nice they did that. And you go up a little more, you got water. You can put in the water sprinkle. They did excellent. I just hated that it took so long, but it's here now.
Yeah. So when you say you're from Sioux City, so you know what this used to be like, correct?
Yeah, I know what it used to be like. I actually built that bridge right here.
Okay. So as a construction job?
Yeah.
For the I-29 redesign, basically.
Yep, we did that. And when we was doing that, it was just a big old empty parking lot. And a lot of dirt, a lot of sand. That was it.
It was $12 million with everything. Some was from the city, some was from grants, some was from donations. But overall, it sounds like you're a pretty big fan.
Yeah, I am. And I want to thank everyone for their donation and pause in it and giving the kids something to do besides sit around and get in trouble. They actually can come down and have fun and get tired out and go home and go to sleep, and not to work the parents.
Would you say there's kind of something for everyone? Like for a wide range of ages?
Yeah, it's you got the bike trail running through. You got the nice little dog place where people can walk their dogs in. You got a lot of picnic tables that you can have a little picnic, come down and have a little chat with your friends or whatever. Yeah, it's a lot. It's all up ages. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys pick teams, or like how does it, like what are the rules? Is there kind of rules or not really?
Yeah, when it's crowded, yeah, everybody get to pick their own team and stuff, and then it just go from there. And sometimes they try to
win or stay. Is that what it is?
Yeah, win or stay, and then they try to just, when it's a lot of big kids and a lot of little kids start to come, all the big kids just move to one side and let the little kids have the other side.
That's nice that they do. Thank you, Maurice. I appreciate it. Have fun.
Yep.
See you guys. Walking by the overlook again, we have another family of 4 out here looking over this barges and channelization area, leaving south past the dog park. That dog is running fast. And as we near the end here for What's the Frequency, I'm heading down to the southmost part of the $12 million Missouri Riverfront Trail Park Restoration Project. And here's where there's some explanatory signage on the Lewis and Clark expedition. Of course, the Lewis and Clark expedition is why Sioux City became or not why Sioux City became town, but when it was the first notable act of recorded history that happened here in Sioux City, and it opened up the West, which was a big event as America began westward expansion. So we have a nice plaque here of the Lewis and Clark expedition. There's a Floyd River campsite rock, which commemorates the death and burial of Sergeant Floyd, who was the only person who died on the entire expedition. He died on the 20th of August, 1804, as I see someone. A couple people are looking at that. Nice. It's basically a big boulder that's painted with a picture of the funeral of Sergeant Charles Floyd. The death and burial of Sergeant Floyd. On August 20th, 1804, Captain Clark wrote, "Sergeant Floyd, as bad as he can be, no pulse and nothing will stay. A moment on his stomach and bowels. Past 2 islands on the south and at the first bluff, Floyd died with a great deal of composure, and before his death he said to me, quote, 'I'm going away. I want you to write me a letter.' We buried him," unquote. "We buried him at the top of the bluff, half a mile below the small river which we gave his name, which is the Floyd River. He was buried with honors of war and much lamented. A cedar post with the name Sergeant Floyd died here. The 20th of August was affixed at the head of his grave. This man at all times gave us proof of his firmness and determined resolution to do service to his country and honor to himself." And I apologize for some of that with reading. It was written and with some of the spelling that was from the time of Captain Clark's journal, and a little difficult for me there. I apologize for that. In 1804 to 1806, Captains Meriwether Lewis and William Clark led about 40 soldiers and boatmen on their epic journey. President Thomas Jefferson commissioned his Corps of Discovery to find a route to the Pacific Ocean along the newly acquired Louisiana Territory. Along the way, they mapped the land, recorded its resources, and contacted its native inhabitants. This landscape has changed since Lewis and Clark explored it. Rivers have been dammed, forests cut over, prairies plowed under, and roads built to the horizon. Although the remnants of wilderness still exist, imagine this land as Lewis and Clark first saw it 2 centuries ago. And there's a nice map here that shows the graphic of leaving from St. Louis up the Missouri, past Sioux City, up to the first winter in Mandan, North Dakota, which I visited. There's a wonderful park up there, all the way out through Montana, Washington, etc., to the mouth of the Columbia River, which was reached in November 1805. They built Fort Clatsop, where they wintered, and then started the return trip in March of 1806, and made it back by September, much faster. Instead of 2 years to get up, it was about, what would that be, 5 months to get back, because they were going with the current river, with the river current instead of against it, which was not easy for those men doing that expedition. On this circular walk here, there's really nice greenery here. As you can tell, it's spring or late spring and getting close to summer here, as we're in June 2025 here on the Sioux City riverfront for this special edition of What's the Frequency. I thank everyone who spoke with me today. It was a wonderful, again, I've wanted to come down here for a few months to do this, and this was everything I hoped it would be. That people were very nice to speak with me, and I appreciate them being so explanatory and nice and sharing with that. So thank you to everyone. Thank you. There was Pablo, there was Maurice, we had Brittany, there was Johnny, Charisse, Genesis, and Lucas. They're the family from Ida Grove. Thank you to all of you for that. As we move into a second year for this show, thanks for being a part of our station as we work every day to tell the stories about Siouxland that inform, entertain, and expand the mind. Thanks for listening, and please join us again next week. What's the Frequency airs on Fridays at 10 a.m. and again on Sundays at 2 p.m. For Siouxland Public Media, I'm Brett Hayworth from the Sioux City Riverfront in Sioux City, Iowa.